Hi everyone, welcome to Ask PropertyLimBrothers. This is Melvin Lim with PropertyLimBrothers. Now today we have a few interesting questions and we'd like to share them with you. Why don't we start? Alright, so we have our first question, and this question is asking, I'm engaging an exclusive agent and I'm contemplating whether should I proceed with it or should I get multiple agents to sell my property, and what is the difference between exclusive and having multiple agents to market my property? Now that's a great question, and it's also a very common question that we always have to advise our clients accordingly and share with them the pros and cons of having both systems. And I would say that the key thing is that whether do you want to have an agent as your advocate and working very closely with your agent, because your agent will be representing you in the entire transaction, and having this advocate is actually very important because this agent must be somebody that is responsible from the whole marketing campaign from start to finish, your negotiation, the paperwork, and looking after your interests as the seller. So what is the key difference? Now let's talk about having multiple agents. So for example, now you have a property that you want to sell and you probably called up about 4 agents and told them that, hey, I'm selling my property, this is the price that I want. If 4 of you, either one of you can fetch this price, I'm more than happy to pay you the standard market commission. Just proceed to come and take photographs and sell the place. Now, what will be going through the mind of these 4 agents? Now these 4 agents, basically they will all know that this is an open listing, is a market lingo, and they at the back of the mind will always have this impression that, hey, tomorrow when I wake up, probably the owner will drop me a text and say that the property has been sold by another guy, and all my efforts for the past 2, 3, 4 months of showing up at the property, bringing buyers, advertising on the portals and paying the marketing fees to advertise and all that will all be gone down the drain. So these 4 agents, at the back of the mind, there will be a level of, I would say, probably uncertainty that they might want to put this listing as a low priority in a sense and do not want to put in their full effort to market the property. Compare that approach to the other approach whereby the owner signs up with an exclusive agent for a period of time, and this agent is responsible and committed to market the property extensively. So importantly, as a seller, you need to work out with your exclusive agent on what is the marketing plan. Is there a clear plan that they will execute for your property if you sign up with them for probably like 3 months exclusivity, and will they commit to doing it? How is the updating system like? Will they actually update you of all the properties links where it's being advertised? How is the feedback loop from all the viewings every week? And having a sole agent, the key benefit is that this agent knows that you're committed to him or her, and the agent is also committed to your property, and they also definitely want to make sure that the property can be sold and the result can be met, so that whatever marketing fees and time and effort that they put in will eventually be realized. So comparing the two approaches, this, I would say that basically the owners is creating a very unhealthy competition and they're not getting the full commitment from the 3, 4, 5 agents here. But over here, if the owner can get a good committed agent that they're comfortable to work with, I would say the result will definitely be better. I hope that answers your question. Alright, so we have an interesting question from a HDB owner. Now this question says that we bought our flat from HDB direct balloting, and now we have just hit the 5 years MOP mark. We can now choose to sell it. So as a young family, is there a best time for us to sell our HDB flat in order to make the biggest gain? Now, I think that's a very interesting question because this family has just hit their 5 years MOP mark. They are now eligible to sell their HDB flat. Now, as we all know that when you buy your first BTO directly from HDB, you are buying it at a subsidized price. And now, usually, typically after 5 years, there has been an appreciation because now your flat is now eligible to be sold in the resale market. It's one of the newest flat that a lot of resale buyers in the market can look for, and thus most of the time it definitely commands a premium over the rest of the older flats in the same estate. Now I think this question is good, but firstly I would advise that before you even think of making the biggest gain, it is important to actually plan your next step first. Because if you don't have a plan on where you want to go, then basically just selling it to encash the cash proceeds and all the CPF funds that you have used plus accrued interest and being on the sidelines, I don't think is wise, because it's always important to own a property and not use your primary property as timing the market. And so try not to use your primary property to time and get off the market and then wait for a few years and then you get back in while renting, because basically if you do that, it's eating up your cash proceeds that is being earned from your primary residence. So importantly, plan your next step, whether you want to buy a bigger place, you want to upgrade to a private property, you're looking at a new launch. Importantly, plan that next step first. But yes, the second thing that probably I wanted to highlight is that the highest point that probably a HDB can make is when it is in the 5th, 6th or 7th year. That is because especially in places where there are a lot of BTOs, the 5-year mark is very important, because once the rest of the BTOs hit their maturity of 5 years in the same locality, then it does affect the newness of your property when yours is already like 10 years and all the 5 years are coming out. So you are going to have a lot more competition in a sense. So importantly, if you are in an estate with many new BTOs, the 5-year mark is definitely an important timing that you might want to consider maximizing the return, being the newest in the market in that particular estate in the same area, and you can use that, basically that profit, to move on to your next private property or upgrade to a bigger property. I hope that answers the question.